post there. Alongside her, Humphrey. This has been a full, all-hands-on-deck effort to try and keep Ari Johnson away from the board, so props to them.
Yeah, I mean, Johnson tonight, right now, has got 7 points.
Yeah.
I mean, they've done a stellar job keeping her off out of the scoring column tonight. And she's only got 1 basket. The rest of her 5 of her points come from the foul line. 5 of 6 on foul shooting.
Different approach as far as the baseline out of bounds.
Get the ball back to Cole, way top of key. Cole going to try to drive right side. Get cut off, gets in the lane, trying to force one up, blocked, and picked up by Humphrey. Humphrey throws the ball back to Dixon. They got to get it timeout. So a foul, actually.
Yeah.
That was probably a bad foul in that case. I think that's on number 5.
I think so, yeah. I think it was on McLaughlin.
They said number 1, Jordan, her first.
Gotcha.
Okay. But that's going to put Dixon on the foul. I think if they don't foul her and just let her hang on to the ball, they're going to get the 10-second violation. Because just 9 seconds remain here. Dixon, a foul shot good. Dixon has been the offense, literally, in the fourth quarter. No one else has a point tonight. Dixon right now sitting with 8, looking for 9. That will make this a 2-3 game, and she gets it. She rattles it home. So 9 seconds to go. They get it to Cole. Cole trying to launch a long 3, hits the side, won't go. Devea Johnson with the rebound. She's going to dribble it out, and the Tascosa Lady Rebels hang on for a 51-45 district victory and get revenge for their loss earlier in the season. We'll take a break. We'll come back and wrap this one up in just a moment. This is the Texas Panhandle Sports Network coverage of high school basketball.
Amarillo Diagnostic Clinic Pharmacy makes getting your medications easier than ever with our fast and reliable citywide home delivery service. No matter where your prescription is currently, give us a call at 806-358-0331 and we'll handle everything so you can relax knowing your medications are on their way. We're dedicated to providing exceptional service that fits your busy life. Convenient and reliable. That's Amarillo Diagnostic Clinic Pharmacy.
Found a car I love, so I went ahead and bought it. Ever since I did, people ask me where I got it. Bobby Dubé sold it to me. Bobby Dubé sold it to me. She's used, but she's a beauty. Bobby Dubé sold it to me. He saved me a lot of money, had a lot for me to choose. If you stop in, you'll be saying it too. Bobby Dubé sold it to me. Bobby Dubé sold it to me. Ooh, she's used, but she's a beauty. Bobby Dubé sold it to me.
Sinking driveway? Call Legacy Support Works. Settling patio? Call Legacy Support Works. Uneven pool deck? Call Legacy Support Works. Collapsing stoop? Call Legacy Support Works. Cracking sidewalk? That's right, call Legacy Support Works.
Foundation repair doesn't get better with time. It gets better with Legacy Support Works.
Call Legacy Support Works today.
Welcome back here to the Tascosa Events Center. Steve Beers, Alan Robertson with you. And Alan, it was every bit what you would expect in a top 20 matchup, in a District 3-5A matchup. But the Tascosa Lady Rebels find a way to come out of this a winner tonight. And it was, quite frankly, the Kenzie Dixon show in the fourth quarter that created that victory.
Well, what a game from Kenzie Dixon. I mean, again, we talked a little bit about it. You know, you're short a player, you're short a leader, especially at the point guard spot. For Kenzie Dixon to step up the way that she was able to, get into the foul line, hitting some really big shots, catching the defense sleeping there towards the latter parts of this game. It was every bit of what you expected and what you would hope for someone to fill in a spot of Emily Sims. Again, she's not an Emily Sims, but she's a heck of a Kenzie Dixon. She had an amazing game, every bit of what you needed. They needed this ball game tonight, so props to Coach Tabor and company.
She went in at halftime only scoring 2 points, and then she put that team on her back in the fourth quarter, scored all of the 9 points in the fourth quarter today for the Tascosa Lady Rebels. But you cannot say enough about Ambrosia Cole and the game she played tonight. I mean, she made shot after shot. She made a couple of really very difficult shots. And if she gets in that lane on that pull-up jump shot, she's just deadly.
1,000%. Monterey will be just fine. This was a tough matchup against two incredibly talented teams, two top teams in the district. Ambrosia Cole was still very much Ambrosia Cole. My not so much point of concern, but a question moving forward. We know Ambrosia Cole is going to be her. She's going to be a star, every bit of the D1 caliber talent that we've seen her be over these past couple of years. Whoever that second scorer is going to be, whoever that person is, to take a little bit of the load off of Ambrosia Cole. I mean, again, it's easy to say from last year having someone like Leah Chavez.
Yeah, right.
But in this instance, they're still talented. They still have able to have quite a bit of talent. Whoever that person is to fill in that role, that's going to be huge. But until then, great performances, but when you saw from Tascosa, that was a team effort from the top on down.
Yeah, when you look at the scoring, we'll run that down here in just a second, but when you look at the scoring, it proves out that it was a team effort and an Ambrosia Cole effort tonight.
Yeah.
So for Monterey, scoring tonight, Jordan finishes the night with 3, McLaughlin finishes with 2, number 4 finishes with 5. Ariana Johnson held to just 7 points and 1 basket from the field tonight. And then, of course, Ambrosia Cole, she was the offense tonight for the Lady Plainsmen, finishing with 28 points tonight. On the other side, Green finishes with 3, Plummer finishes with 4, Carter with 3, Garza with 2, and then you have Dixon, who has 11, but 9 in the fourth quarter. Fisher finishes with 12, and, of course, leading them, their leading scorer, Devea Johnson, though she was shut out in the fourth quarter. But her defense really made a big difference on the inside tonight.
Absolutely. That was what was needed from her to finish out this game. You can tell that Monterey still wanted to try and get Johnson going to the post. Worst case, get her to the foul line. 5 of those 7 points came from the foul line. So it was, again, an all-hands-on-deck effort to try and keep them off the boards, trying to keep them from getting to the foul line. And it was tremendous execution there towards the end.
All right, well, that's going to wrap it up for us here from the Tascosa Event Center for the girls' side of it. We got the boys' game coming up in about 5 minutes or so we'll be right back with it in just a moment. You've been listening to the Texas Panhandle Sports Network on KGNC and TPSNsports.com. The Lady Rebels win this one 51-45. We'll be back in a moment with the boys' action.
Know why most shoe stores don't measure your feet? Too much work. Why they don't offer different widths? Too much work. Think that last bridge span is too much work? At a Red Wing shoe store, we know your feet, because Red Wing boots are purpose-built for the exact work you do. When you visit a Red Wing shoe store, making sure our boots fit your feet is never too much work. Red Wing shoes. Work is our work.
Get your Red Wings at the Amarillo Red Wing Shoe Store, 34th and Coulter in the Coulter Forum Shopping Center.
Do you have transmission problems? Scottish Transmissions has been your go-to transmission specialist since 1972 with 21st century technology featuring great old-fashioned service, minor repairs, major repairs, and specialized maintenance to increase performance and longevity. Scottish Transmission, a hometown business with a nationwide warranty, still at 4040 Canyon Drive or ScottishTransmission.com. Call Scotty's 806-358-4040.
Scotty's Transmission.
This has been a live presentation of the Texas Panhandle Sports Network. Thank you for joining, and stay connected to TPSN for the best local high school sports coverage in the Texas Panhandle.
And welcome back here, folks. Oh, we back?
Oh, no, not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to start at 5?
Yeah, we'll start at 5. We'll hit it real quick.
All right.
So, but yeah, Garrett Split played defensive end for Randall. He was a freaking beast. In fact, his mom sent me a message and asked me if I could come to the gym on Tuesday.
Nice. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, to be there for his signing. So she asked if Ashton could go because we ran into him quite a bit on the road, especially in the playoffs.
Yeah, for sure.
So
definitely.
Yeah. So we're gonna go.
Is Casey he was a senior this year?
Yeah, he's a senior. He, to be honest with you, he really messed that team up.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, I'll explain to you later.
Back in 5, 4, 3, 2.
And now, the Texas Panhandle Sports Network presents a live presentation coming to you from the heart of Texas. The best local high school sports coverage. TPSN starts now.
And welcome back here, folks. Weren't gone too terribly long as they're going to get this boys game underway pretty quickly. Steve Beers, Alan Robertson, and Mike Roden with you on the call tonight. And now you take the number 23 team in the state in 5A. That is the Tascosa Rebels. And they're taking on the Monterey Plainsmen. And this is a really important game, for Monterey because they're in a battle for that kind of fourth playoff spot right now with still 5 or 6 games to go. But, man, they're locked into a battle with, like, Lubbock Cooper and potentially even PD.
Yeah.
So it's going to be important for Monterey to try and sneak a victory out of here tonight. They lost last time. It was a fairly close game, but they could not keep Tascosa, from lighting it up. So it's going to be an interesting boys game tonight as well because, Tascosa, they're same record, but they lost to Amarillo High in district. So right now they're in second place in the district. So and they've got a really big matchup Friday night against somebody here in town. Who is that? Oh, it's Amarillo High. It's funny. Monterey plays Amarillo High. They're off Friday. They play Amarillo High on Tuesday.
Absolutely.
So there you go. But yeah, Friday night Amarillo High and Tascosa. Both games are going to be, again, very important district games. So
1,000%. District 3-5A is no slouch by any stretch. Seeing Monterey play for the second time this season. First time was, funny enough, that win at the PD Activity Center just a couple of weeks ago. They were able to get on to transition. They had some really solid shooting as well around the perimeter. On the flip side of that with Tascosa, they have the toughness. They have the shooting as well to compete with the absolute best of them. To see guys like Kavion Blackshear, to see guys like Jack Corpening, Ladarius Godbolt, that's almost self-explanatory off of the crazy performances that we've seen from him throughout this season. We're going to see a lot of shooting. We're going to see a lot of offense. This is going to be a really fun matchup here in a few minutes.
Let's take our pregame break. We'll be back in just a moment. This is TPSNsports.com coverage of high school basketball.
I was on my way home from work, and next thing I know, I just went flying up in the air. I suffered a traumatic head injury, and I suffered a spinal cord injury. Within the first 48 hours, I went to see Lynn McGraw. And without Lynn in that settlement, I would be like any other person with a brain injury. I'd be destitute. The relief of not having financial stressors is incredible.
If you've been injured in an accident, at the McCraw Law Group, we're here to help. 806-342-5900.
I found a car I love, so I went ahead and bought it. Ever since I did, people ask me where I got it. Bobby Doobie sold it to me. Bobby Doobie sold it to me. She's used, but she's a beauty. Bobby Doobie sold it to me. He saved me a lot of money, had a lot for me to choose. If you stop in, you'll be saying it too. Bobby Doobie sold it to me. Bobby Doobie sold it to me. Ooh, she's used, but she's a beauty. Bobby Doobie sold it to me.
You've got enough going on. Worrying about drinking water shouldn't be one. Get Aqua One premium water delivered. 5-gallon bottles are by the case. Stay safe. We'll deliver to your home with no contact front door delivery. Aqua One uses ozone filtration to provide the best and safest drinking water. By the case or by 5-gallon bottle to your front door with no contact delivery. Stay home. Stay safe. Order online at drinkaquaone.com or call Aqua One for delivery.
We take the stress out of collision repair. Jimmy Fincher Body Shop, the people who care. Make us your very first call. Cause at Jimmy Fincher we do it all. We fix it right, guaranteed. We don't cut corners, we do quality. Just as good as new, that's what we do. Jimmy Fincher Body Shop.
This is Holden at 10. No budget, no spending alerts, no shot. And this is Future Holden. When Holden was 10, Mom signed him up for Amarillo National's student visa debit card. That first account helped him learn about money early, smart spending, budgeting, and a cash bonus for good grades.
So, what do we use our cash rewards for?
We took Bella to prom.
It's not too late to get your own student card.
Braceros Mexican Grill and Bar on 6th Street and Braceros Downtown presents 2 new plates on the menu, California Plate and Aguachiles de Camarón.
Welcome back here, folks. Steve Beers, Alan Robertson with you as we get ready to get the boys' game underway. As they do the announcements tonight for the starting lineups, real quick, the Tascosa Rebels won this game down in Lubbock a few weeks ago, 68-59 tonight. So Monterey wants to get in this game and get this game going up and down the court because they do best when they're scoring, because their defense, little suspect, giving up almost 60 points a game, where Tascosa's given up less than 50 a game. So when you look at that, you would think the Rebels would want to slow this thing down. At least would be my guess.
Absolutely. If Monterey can get going, they have shooters. They can make this a dog fight from wire to wire. Tascosa, they have the toughness, they have the skill set to combat that. But it's curious how these first couple of minutes are going to be. If Monterey gets into a rhythm, it's going to be quite the uphill battle for Tascosa.
Tascosa comes in 19-5 overall, 8-1 in district, and the Monterey Plainsmen come into this one 21-7, 7-3 in district, currently setting in fourth, but Cooper's nipping at their heels and PD's in front of them, so this is really kind of a must game for them to some degree. Absolutely. And then it doesn't get any easier for them. They got Amarillo next week, so
absolutely,
which is leading the district. So, but 7-game win streak for the Rebs, and 2-game win streak for Monterey. So both teams come in here kind of rolling, especially the Rebs, 7 games. What do you think the Rebs need to do tonight to win this before we get out of here just for a second?
I mean, I'm staring at a couple starters right here. Jack Corbin and Kavion Blackshear. Absolute wizards with the ball, and in Corpening's case, he might be one of the 3 best shooters that we have in the area. And another great thing about it, one of the other top 3 shooters in the area, his own teammate Ladarius Godbolt. If they can get going as well, it is lights out here in the Tascosa Activity Center.
All right, we're going to take our final break here. We'll come back. We'll get this one tipped off in just a moment. You're listening to the Texas Panhandle Sports Network coverage of high school basketball.
Found a car I love, so I went ahead and bought it. Ever since I did, people ask me where I got it. Bobby Doobie sold it to me. Bobby Doobie sold it to me. She's used, but she's a beauty. Bobby Doobie sold it to me. He sent me a lot of money, had a lot for me to choose. If you stop in, you'll be saying it too. Bobby Doobie sold it to me. Bobby Doobie sold it to me. Ooh, she's used, but she's a beauty. Bobby Doobie sold it to me.
Welcome back here, folks. We're getting this one underway. So tipping off number 24, Smithers, and number 23, Collins for the Tascosa Rebels. Tascosa in their white going from right to left, and one by the tip by Tascosa. And they're going to get an over and back as he so Monterey won, or Tascosa won the tip, but it went to a Monterey player who was in the front court. He caught the ball and passed it into the back court to one of his players, and that's an over and back.
No hyperbole. I've never seen that before. I've never in my life seen that before.
Tascosa with the ball. There's Collins, top of key. Gets it to Blackshear. Blackshear down to Copening. Gets it around back to Collins. There goes Copening down into the lane. Kicks it back out. He's going to try again. Gets it partially blocked. A nice follow there by Kenny. And here comes the full court press by the Rebs. Going to be picked up by Owens. He gets it back to Arrington, who gets it to number 4. That's Long. They come to the front court. Top of key. Gets it to Owens on the left side. Driving again. Long can't get there. There's a 3-point shot from number 24. That Smithers won't go, and it bounced around and fell, actually. Didn't look like it was going to go, and then ends up falling through the hoop.
Nothing like a good old shooter's bounce.
Yeah. There's a long 3 from Godbolt, but it won't go. Rebounded by the Plainsman. Get it up, and there's another quick shot by Smithers, and he drains that one. And so Smithers comes out on fire, suddenly a 6-2 lead for Monterey.
I'm telling you, these guys can get going quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Blackshear with it. Going to drive the lane, kick it over to Godbolt. Godbolt drives, spins, Underhanded scoop, gets it to go, and a foul. And I believe they said that was on number 2. That is Arrington. So Godbolt picks up his first basket, and a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. Godbolt shot, and it goes. And so it's a 6-5 ball game now. And here comes the Plainsmen in their all-black uniforms. Get it outside. There goes a shot by Owens. Won't fall. Goes off the rebound. Goes off of Tascosa out of bounds. So an inbound by Monterey underneath the basket. They get it out to Arrington. Arrington thought about a three, then pulled it down. Galloway around to Long. Long drives to the corner. Gets cut off by Corpening. Top of key. Galloway drives, tried to kick it in the corner, gets tipped. They pick it back up, does Monterey. They're going to have to reset with Owens at the top. Owens gets it in the corner. That is number 4, Long again. It won't fall, and Kenny with the rebound. Corpening with the ball. Comes across the timeline, goes right side. Comes back to Blackshear. Collins with a long 3, hits it. And it's 8-6 and quickly down the other way. Owens in the corner, Long, cross court to Arrington. Arrington to Smithers. Smithers with his third 3. He is, just unconscious right now.
He's like that. I promise you, he is like that.
Corpening gets it to Collins, who says, all right, I'll try it again. I got it. I got you. I got 2 threes now. And Kenny, with quick hands, tips the inbound pass out of bounds. Remains Monterey ball. 4:59 remaining here, first quarter. 11-9 already.
I need a glass of water. I need a little bit of a breather, man.
Hey,
I need to come home timeout.
Yeah, right? Okay, we need a broadcast timeout, folks. Long with the ball. Gets it down very quickly to Arrington. Arrington going to take a long 3. There goes Corpening, going to get it up to Godbolt, going to finish with the layup. And Amarillo, or Tascosa in transition, makes that one fall. Arrington picks up his dribble, kicks it to Smithers. Yeah, just shoot it from there. I mean, half court, you've been making everything. He's going to drive the lane, throw up a rebound, and Smithers got 11 points, and Tascosa's got 13. It's the Smithers show for Monterey right now. Blackshear gets it to Godbolt. He turns around and lets it go, and Godbolt drains it.
Again,
we're just going to go for 100.
Fireworks, I'm telling you, man.
Hey, these guys haven't seen a shot they don't like. Here comes Long. He's going to slow it down for just a second. We fall under 4 minutes to go. Tascosa up by 5 right now. Going to get it underneath, cannot hang on to it, and Corpening ends up with it as that went off the hands of Vaughn. And Corpening ends up with it. He's out left side, going to hand it to Godbolt. He thought about another 3, pulled it back. Blackshear over to Collins. Collins going to take a long 3. That one hits hard, but Kenny there for the rebound. Back to Blackshear. Out to Corpening, around to Godbolt. Godbolt thought about a 3, steps side, shoots, rolls around, won't go. And Smithers with the rebound. Here comes Monterey the other way. And get it in the corner to Arrington. Arrington dribbles up to the wing, shoots, won't go. And saved, a great save by Galloway. Gets it in to Arrington, and Arrington forces it up, gets it to fall. They're going to get a foul on Kenny. Talking about nonstop action. But finally somebody other than Smithers puts some points up on the board for Monterey.
Look, if the Monterey Plainsmen do nothing else, they will keep you on your heels, wire to wire.
First shot, or cannot get the three-point play to convert. Godbolt with the rebound. Here he comes down the court. Kicks it off to Corpening, who thought about a shot, then decides, I'll just drive the lane, hard layup, gets it to fall. And Corpening picks up his first 2 points. So Blackshear the only starter not to score for Tascosa. Here goes Smithers against Collins, gets all the way to the baseline, can't get it, throws it out. They abandon on Long, and he misses that three. Corpening pushes it down the floor, then pulls it back. Godbolt, he thought about a Caitlin Clark kind of three. Decided against it. Corpening on a dribble to the wing. Back to Godbolt. He shoots the three, hits the front, won't go. And Vaughn trying to rebound it, can't hang on to it, goes out of bounds to Tascosa. 2:26 remaining here, first quarter, and Tascosa leads this one 18-13.
Wow, why am I on edge right now?
I don't know, man. We got a whole game to go. Calm down there, son. Collins, air ball, missed it. And there is Arrington for the rebound, and here comes Long with it for Monterey. And then a tip.
I didn't see it there.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. Steve Jackson arguing for the tip off of the Monterey player, but he couldn't get it. He just walks away in disgust. Kuntz in now for Monterey, gives it back to Long all the way out at the circle, and a give and go to Smithers. That pass not on target, goes out of bounds. Tascosa to inbound it. Kenny gets it into Blackshear. We're going to roll under 2 minutes to go here. Tascosa with an 18-13 lead right now. Corpening down to the baseline, gets cut off, gets it back to Collins. He's going to try the baseline, gets cut off. Corpening now, top of key, gets it to Godbolt. I'm convinced Godbolt hasn't seen a shot he doesn't like. He cuts to the lane after a rebound by Kenny, and a great pass by Kenny to Godbolt. And he puts two in, making it a 7-point Tascosa lead. And there is Long just pulling up from the top of key. Can't get it to go. Kenny with the rebound. 1:30 and counting down here first quarter. 20-13. Tascosa with the lead and the ball. Corpening goes to the side, shoots a shot, can't get it to go. And there goes Arrington. Does it in the corner. Owen saves it, but throws it up, and Godbolt comes down with it. And he's going to give it to Collins, who's going to go all the way to the rim and lay it in. And suddenly it's a 9-point lead, 1 minute to go here in the first quarter. Monterey trying to slow it down just a little bit as Josh Davis looking on from his coaching spot for Monterey. There's Smithers back out three-point lane. He's gone cold now. Missed that one. Here goes Blackshear. And he's going to pull it back. Working the wing. He's working against Kuntz. Gets in the lane, kicks it out to Kenny. Kenny out at the three-point lane. They're going to let him shoot it. He's going to let it go. Back of rim won't go. And Arrington comes down with a rebound for Monterey. He's all the way down the court to Long. Long gets it in the corner to Kuntz. Kuntz going to let a three go. Nothing but net by Kuntz. That was a big basket for Monterey. Blackshear going to have it stolen as they double-teamed him. They get it back to Kuntz, and Kuntz is going to get fouled by Corpening.
Good foul there.
That's a really good foul there.
No easy buckets. Again, Monterey, they will let it ride. They will let that thing fly, get out in transition. Great job, great speed from Corpening there to cut off the easy bucket.
They are fun to watch, man.
Really fun.
Yeah.
I thought track season wasn't for another couple of weeks.
Yeah, right? First one comes up short by Kuntz.
In both of these teams truly are every bit of what basketball is nowadays. You need all five guys running the floor, all five guys being able to shoot the ball. Versatility is the name of the game nowadays.
Second shot hits the rim, won't go. Collins comes down with it, 11 seconds to go. And Tascosa with the ball, and Kuntz is going to pick up kind of a sloppy foul in the backcourt. Just the second foul on both teams, actually.
Want to slow it down a little bit. Not the best of fouls to end the first quarter.
And in checks King now for Monterey. Tascosa with 8 seconds here, leading by 6. Blackshear gets it to Kenny, gets it in the corner to Godbolt. Godbolt going to step back three, hits the front of the rim, won't go, and we've come to the end of the first quarter of play. Tascosa 22, Monterey 16. We'll be right back in just a moment. This is Texas Panhandle Sports Network coverage of high school basketball.
Beef O'Brady's prides itself on two simple ideas.
A place to sit down for some good food.
And a place to catch the game with your friends.
But you know what's even better?
Our daily specials are some of the best in Amarillo.
So the next time the kids are being picky.
You want to catch the game or check out some live music.
Or you're just looking for a great happy hour with friends.
Think Beef O'Brady's.
Plus, online ordering and catering available.
Beef O'Brady's, where family time meets game time.
Do you have transmission problems? Scottish Transmissions has been your go-to transmission specialist since 1972 with 21st century technology featuring great old-fashioned service, minor repairs, major repairs, and specialized maintenance to increase performance and longevity. Scottish Transmission, a hometown business with a nationwide warranty, still at 4040 Canyon Drive or ScottishTransmission.com. Call Scotty's 806-358-4040.
Scotty's Transmission.
Welcome back here, folks. Steve Beers and Alan Robertson with you on the call. Mike Roden on the camera tonight. For those of you watching the live stream action on TPSNsports.com, for our KNGC listeners, you get the pleasure of me and Alan. Blacksher with it for Tascosa as they inbound it. Collins has it at the foul line and then trying to get it into Kenny, and Kenny's going to get fouled by Smithers. That'll be his first. 22-16 here, first few seconds of the second quarter. Godbolt to inbound underneath the basket for Tascosa. Gets it to Kenny. Kenny way far from the basket. Blackshear going to drive the lane. One-handed floater, hits the front of the rim, won't go. Kenny there for the rebound and throws it up and gets it to fall. His second basket of the night. And then a little token pressure on the inbound, and then Tascosa backs off.
Big Kenny, a tremendous defender. In this new wave of basketball, he is the perfect big that you want to have on your team.
And Kenny with great hands tips that ball,
man.
and it goes all the way back to inside the foul line of Monterey. They got to go chase it down as long.
Got the speeds, got the strength.
And there is Arrington from the side trying to get it to go, won't go. Quick rebound by Collins. Collins to Corporing. Corporing to Kenny. Kenny lays it up and in as the big man running the floor.
Things you love to see.
Long gets it to Smithers, top of key, picked up by Collins. Arrington picked up by Kenny. Back to Smithers, who gets down the lane and finds a way to get that one up, and Smithers gets that one to fall.
Tough finish there, a way to stay with it and stay physical through contact.
Tascosa with the ball, Kenny in the corner. He gets it down to Godbolt on the block. Godbolt in the lane, trying to find some room, spins in the lane, one-handed floater, and Godbolt makes that one fall. Ladarius having a great game. They get it up really class to Owens. Owens can't get it to go because Collin got some hand on that. Godbolt comes down with the rebound, gets it to Corporing in the corner. Three-point shot back of rim won't go, but Blackshear gets the rebound. He puts one back up, and Blackshear gets his first points of the night. Now all five starters are on the scoreboard, and Coach Davis says we need a timeout when it's 30-18 with 6:13 remaining here. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. This is Texas Panhandle Sports Network coverage of high school basketball.
We were in a car accident shortly after leaving church on Mother's Day.
The McCraw Law Group was really there for us. As soon as they got a hold of the case, everything was prompt.
We were compensated fairly, and the most important thing of all is we were able to restore our time with our boys. I think if someone were to ask us for any advice, if they were in an accident, it would definitely be to call McCraw Law Group.
If you've been injured in an accident, at the McCraw Law Group, we're here to help. 806-342-5900.
And welcome back here, folks. Steve Beers and Alan Robertson with you from the Tascosa Event Center. Tascosa leading this one 30-18. While we got a quick second here, man, what's your thoughts so far on this, Alan?
A track meet. A track meet, both teams with immense firepower on the offensive side of things. Heck of a run to not only get out and hit some big shots for Tascosa, but to cut out second chance opportunities. That was a huge thing when I go back to that Monterey and PD game just a couple of weeks back. Smithers had every bit of that flamethrower that we're seeing right now, but it's a lot of that fighting for rebounds that kept them in the game. So far, props to the big men down low, Ben Kinney for the Rebels.
Monterey inbounds it long, trying to get it to Owens, and Kenny with the big man, and the big man with the slam. And Kenny now with 6 points here just in the second quarter alone as he jumped that pass and took it the length of the court for the slam. There goes 5 down the lane, jump stop. Corporing there going to get his second foul, as that's Galloway.
That's a pretty hard foul there, too.
Yeah, well, make them earn it, right?
Yeah.
From 15 feet instead of giving them an easy one from 5 feet.
No easy buckets around here, man, I'll tell you.
So Galloway on the line for 2. 32-18. Tascosa with the lead. First one is good by Galloway, the junior. Corporation going to come sit down, and in checks number 24, Gilmore, the junior. Here's the second shot. Hits the front of the rim, hits the backboard, falls in. Nice touch. 32-20, actually. They adjusted the score on me. 32-20. 12-point lead. There goes Blackshear down the middle. Gets it to Godbolt in the corner, who's backing up and shoots it. Can't get it to go, but Kenny chases the rebound down. Gets it to Collins. Collins picked up by Owens on the left wing. Nice inlet pass to Blackshear. Blackshear gets it back to Kenny, who gave up the three, but gets down inside, spins, and picks up a second foul on Smithers, which may be more important than having taken that three.
Yeah.
Smithers, the leading scorer for the, not only tonight, but on the season, averaging 20 points a game. So Kenny on the line for two, 5:18 and counting down. First one, good.
Look at Ben Kenny's everything that you could ask for a big in this new wave of basketball. Everybody being able to run the floor, having a level of athleticism. Big Kenny's amongst the top here in this district.
And the second one rattles around, won't fall. Smithers with the rebound, gets it to Long. Long back to Smithers in the corner, picked up by Kenny. Top of key, back to Long. Gets it to Arrington, gets it to Smithers underneath, and Smithers with the quick hands gets it up and gets it to fall. Blackshear brings it across the timeline. Gets it to Gilmore, gets it to Godbolt. Godbolt spins down the lane. Godbolt trying to go up, gets partially blocked by Galloway, and Arrington comes down with it, and here comes the Plainsman. Smithers from long outside, three-point shot, back of rim won't go. Godbolt with the rebound for the Rebs. 33-22, 4:30 and counting down here in the second quarter. Kenny to Gilmore in the corner. Gilmore brings it back out, swings it to Collins, top of key. Collins looking to drive the lane, gets cut off. Godbolt thought about a three, and they're going to get him because he has a tendency to step back every time he catches the ball, and they got him on the travel that time.
Catch him on that slide. He looks for it more times than not. He'll make those shots 9 times out of 10, but of course a little too eager there, especially with how great of a start you had.
Coach Jackson had a little conversation with him. Long brings it across the timeline. Top of key to Smithers, who's picked up by Collins. Back to Galloway. Top of key to Arrington. Arrington driving against Gilmore. Gets it to Galloway right on the block. Galloway trying to go up, and they're going to get a foul. And I think they got it on, did they get it on 24, I believe? Oh, they're calling it on Blackshear. And that's going to put Galloway back on the line. So Blackshear picks up his first. And Coach Jackson looking for a little explanation of what happened. And first one from Galloway hits the front rim, doesn't fall. Second shot coming. 33-22 our score. Tascosa with the lead. Monterey on the line. Galloway, second shot front of rim, bounces in and falls. Back to a 10-point game now. Blackshear brings it across the timeline. Thought about driving it, gets it to Gilmore. Gilmore going to launch a three, and Gilmore's going to find the bottom of the net with that three. And so everybody that's played on the floor tonight for Tascosa's got points. There's Smithers in the lane. He passes it out all by himself. Long can't get it to go, but a nice job there by King to get that rebound. Trying to get it to Smithers. Collins going to tip it out of bounds. It'll be Monterey ball underneath their basket. 36-23, 3:32 remaining first half. It's been a track meet. Arrington with the ball. Gets it to King. King back to Arrington, who's all the way around now to Long. Long resetting the offense, and Long trying to give it to Arrington, and Arrington cuts, and Long throws the ball out of bounds behind him. Not on the same page.
A little miscommunication there. It's important to have that short-term memory. Make a stop on the defensive end.
And here comes Blackshear, playing with a one black shoe, one white shoe. Gives it to Collins. Collins tries to get in the lane, does, spins, throws one up, rolls across the rim, won't go. Kenny with the tip back, and Blackshear comes down with it, gets it to Collins. He's going to try to go back up in the lane, does, can't get it to fall. Kenny with a tip again, Collins with the rebound, and the ball going to be tipped out of bounds. It goes off of, they're going to say it went off the side of Blackshear. Blackshear saying, I never touched it, but the ref said it went off his side.
Little light graze of the ball there.
That's why you got to keep your shirt tucked tight.
It's true.
You can't have any loose baggage out there. 2:45 and counting down here. 36-23. Tascosa with a lead. Arrington trapped in the corner, but finds his way to get it to King. Gets it back to Smithers. Back to Arrington. Arrington gets it to Long underneath to Smithers. Smithers can't get it to go from point blank range. Galloway gets in there, can't get it to go. And there is Ben Kenny with the rebound. And I think they just got Smithers for his third foul.
They did.
And that is huge. That is the third foul on Smithers, and he's going to go sit the bench.
I get the frustration there, but you got to channel it. Next time back on the floor, make an impact.
Owens comes back in for them. Blackshear brings it across the timeline, gets it to Godbolt, the right wing, to Collins, top of key, to Gilmore. Thought about a three, didn't stop, and he's going to get called for a travel. Yeah, you can't take that many steps.
A little bit of a gather on that spin move.
Yeah.
Love the aggression that I'm seeing, though, trying to get to the bucket. I mean, as again, Smithers in foul trouble. Maybe we see a lot more physicality down low to see if they can get to the foul line here. They got 3 team fouls, still 2 minutes left.
And nice job by Godbolt going and talking to the junior. Long down on the baseline, kicks it to the far side to Arrington, and Arrington drains a three.
Great pass. Smooth pass to the corner there.
Blackshear brings it across the timeline. 1:45 counting down, 10-point game. Tascosa with the lead, and they're going to pull everybody out, kind of go 4 corners, it looks like. Blackshear gets it underneath to Godbolt. Godbolt able to force it up and in. And here comes King the other way, or Kuntz the other way. Gets it underneath to Owens, and Owens with an easy turnaround layup.
Great find.
And here comes Blackshear now for Tascosa as we fall under 1:15 to go. And Blackshear's just going to take it coast to coast, can't get it to fall. Godbolt got the rebound, put it back, but they're going to get him for over the back.
Yep.
You're going to get him for pushing through the smaller guy.
Got to be careful there.
That's his first. Both teams with 3 team fouls and 1:10 and counting down now. First half, 10-point lead for the Rebs, 38-28. Arrington going to drive, and he's going to get fouled by Collins and on the drive and puts it up, can't get it to go, but that's going to put Arrington on the line for 2. 4th foul. Collins picks up his first.
Utilizing that triple threat in the corner is pivotal. Great jab step, was able to get to the baseline.
Arrington, first shot. Good shot, nothing but net. 59 seconds remain here in the first half. And in checks, Corporing checks back in. Collins pushing the hand of Long or Callaway off of him, but that one falls as well. So 8-point lead. Monterey's done a good job cutting back into that 13-point lead at one point. Made it 8, got it to single digits. Tascosa with the ball, top of key is Blackshear. And he's going to try and drive. He gets around, trying to get it to Collins. Gets it to Collins. Collins can't get it to fall. There's a rebound by King. King gets it to Arrington. Arrington back to Long. Long gets it to Galloway. Underneath to King. King can't get it to fall. Kenny has the rebound. 30 seconds and counting down here. And Amarillo's going to slow it down, holding on to an 8-point lead, 38-30.
Great effort from Monterey to get close, get within striking distance.
Yeah, that was a big one that if they could have come away with points there, that would have been down to 6. Here goes Corporing driving down and getting in the lane, trying to get it to go, can't get it to fall. And here comes King the other way, trying to get it to Arrington, but there's Kenny with great hustle. A long pass to Godbolt, can't get it to him, and time expires as Kenny made a great defensive play to steal that ball. But we end the first half of play. Tascosa 38, Monterey 30. We'll be back in just a moment. This is TPSNsports.com and the Texas Panhandle Sports Network coverage of high school basketball.
GritCare has been working to make your daily routine a little easier for over 25 years. And now you can track your blood sugar with real-time readings without the finger sticks. Stop by and speak with one of our experts about continuous glucose monitors. You can pick it up on site or get it shipped directly to your door. Plus, we will work directly with your doctor. We're here, we're local, and we'll always be there for you. GritCare Home Medical, 1800 South Coulter.
Sinking driveway? Call Legacy Support Works. Settling patio? Call Legacy Support Works. Uneven pool deck? Call Legacy Support Works. Collapsing stoop? Call Legacy Support Works. Cracking sidewalk? That's right. Call Legacy Support Works.
Foundation repair doesn't get better with time. It gets better with Legacy Support Works.
Call Legacy Support Works today.
Beef O'Brady's prides itself on two simple ideas.
A place to sit down for some good food.
And a place to catch the game with your friends.
But you know what's even better?
Our daily specials are some of the best in Amarillo.
So the next time the kids are being picky.
You want to catch the game or check out some live music.
Or you're just looking for a great happy hour with friends.
Think Beef O'Brady's.
Plus online ordering and catering available.
Beef O'Brady's, where family time meets game time.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Do you know an outstanding student athlete? Someone who goes above and beyond with grades, overcoming obstacles, achievements, and talent? Then nominate them for CIB, Commercial Industrial Builders GOAT of the Week. We'll choose and highlight one high school student of the week who knows what it takes to be a GOAT. For more information and to nominate your GOAT, head to newschannel10.com. Don't wait. Let us know who your GOAT is.
Welcome back here, folks, to the Tascosa Event Center at Tascosa High School. The girls got away with a victory tonight, 51-45. The boys on their way right now, leading by 8, but this one's far from over, given the way that Monterey can score the basketball, because they're not afraid to light it up from anywhere on the court.
Oh, yes, the flamethrowers were out early for the Monterey Plainsmen. Smithers got going pretty quickly. They're able to get into the perimeter rather well also, because you don't have a whole lot of size, as we talked a little bit about on the girls' side of things. That's where the speed, that's where the athleticism, that's where the new wave of basketball starts to show itself. But I've said it on a couple of different occasions already. This time again, Tascosa has every bit of the personnel to combat that speed, whether it's Kavion Blackshear, whether it's Jack Corponen, whether it's guys, Ben Kinney with amazing plays, especially trying to poke the ball out there to end the first half. He has been the defensive anchor for this Tascosa team. They're cutting out second chance opportunities. They're getting into their offensive sets, and the quick trigger that is Ladarius Godbolt. This has been as textbook of a Tascosa first half as you can ask for.
Yeah, 38, far on their way to more than half of their season average of 62 points a game or 60 points a game. So, the offense has been there. The defense has played pretty well. Smithers is in foul trouble.
Yes.
That's the biggest problem for Monterey tonight is he's got 3 fouls already, and he leads them scoring. We'll run down the stats before we get back to the third quarter. But that's going to be a problem for Monterey if he gets in any more foul trouble.
Absolutely, and to a similar point, not to make the direct parallel back to the girls' game, but Ambrosia Cole was still every bit of that walking bucket at a near 30-piece when it came to the girls' game a little while ago. Whoever that next scorer number is now with Smithers in foul trouble. Now, granted, I'm sure there's going to be a lot more of disciplined ball being played here because we're going to see a lot of him if they want to have any real shot of coming back and winning this game tonight. So it's going to be big to see what those adjustments are going to look like with Smithers back into the mix because you need him offensively way more than you need him defensively.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Arrington is the next leading scorer, so I expect to see him try to step up some. We're going to go ahead and take our first break here in the halftime show. We come back, we'll run down some of the stats and talk about what it's going to take for Tascosa to finish this one off. You're listening to Boys High School Basketball on KGNC, TPSNSports.com, part of the Texas Panhandle Sports Network.
Sinking driveway? Call Legacy Support Works. Settling patio? Call Legacy Support Works. Uneven pool deck? Call Legacy Support Works. Collapsing stoop? Call Legacy Support Works. Cracking sidewalk? That's right. Call Legacy Support Works.
Foundation repair doesn't get better with time. It gets better with Legacy Support Works.
Call Legacy Support Works today.
This is Holden at 10. No budget, no spending alerts, no shot. And this is Future Holden. When Holden was 10, Mom signed him up for Amarillo National Student Visa Debit Card. That first account helped him learn about money early, smart spending, budgeting, and a cash bonus for good grades.
So, what do we use our cash rewards for?
We took Bella to prom.
It's not too late to get your own student card.
Beef O'Brady's prides itself on two simple ideas.
A place to sit down for some good food.
And a place to catch the game with your friends.
But you know what's even better?
Our daily specials are some of the best in Amarillo.
So the next time the kids are being picky.
You want to catch the game or check out some live music.
Or you're just looking for a great happy hour with friends.
Think Beef O'Brady's.
Plus online ordering and catering available.
Beef O'Brady's, where family time meets game time.
Getting to work with the family means the world to us. I'm Matt Baratino. We've got Wild Texan Farm in Jordanton, Texas, where we raise poultry and pork, all direct to consumer. So we're out at farmers markets. We sell online via our website as well. We found Capital Farm Credit through an online Google search. Our local loan officer really walked us through how we could get a land loan to really start our farm. Being able to teach your family how to raise your own food. There's something special about it. And the biggest thing that I've learned through all of this is together we're better.
We were in a car accident shortly after leaving church on Mother's Day.
The McCraw Law Group was really there for us. As soon as they got a hold of the case, everything was prompt.
We were compensated fairly, and the most important thing of all is we were able to restore our time with our boys. I think if someone were to ask us for any advice, if they were in an accident, it would definitely be to call McCraw Law Group.
If you've been injured in an accident, at the McCraw Law Group, we're here to help. 806-342-5900.
Welcome back here, folks. 38-30 the score. Tascosa leads. Let's run down the scoring first for the Monterey Plainsmen. Owens with 2, Galloway with 3, Kuntz with 3, Arrington with 6, and leading the scorers Smithers with 15 for the Plainsmen. For the Tascosa Rebels, Blackshear with 2, Corpening with 2, Gilmore with 3, Collins with 8, Kenny with 9, and leading the scorers Godbolt with 14. So real quick, got a few seconds here. What does Tascosa have to do, Alan, to win this ball game?
I mean, it's easier said than done, but they had quite the three-point barrage here in the middle bits of the first half here. To get Godbolt going again is going to be huge. I mean, not as if he needs any more. I mean, as you saw,
yeah, he just hit one from
3.
Yeah, well,
up here.
Well, it was from the bench. I mean, he was standing in front of a chair and drained it.
I mean, like the way that they've been able to attack offensively has been great. Stick to your guns. Stick to the aggressive style of play that has got you to this lead. Again, going to see a lot of Ben Kenny anchoring down that defense and trying to cut out second chance opportunities because there's going to be a lot of pressure from Monterey. They have the speed and athleticism to keep up with the best of them. It's going to be a really fun, especially first 2 minutes of this third quarter.
All right, we'll take our final break. We come back, we'll have the tip-off of the third quarter. You're listening to TPSNSports.com coverage of high school basketball.
You've got enough going on. Worrying about drinking water shouldn't be one. Get Aqua One premium water delivered. 5-gallon bottles are by the case. Stay safe. We'll deliver to your home with no contact front door delivery. Aqua One uses ozone filtration to provide the best and safest drinking water. by the case or by 5-gallon bottle to your front door with no contact delivery. Stay home, stay safe. Order online at drinkaqua1.com or call Aqua One for delivery.
It shouldn't take a game plan to get into your garage. Call Dawkins Overhead Doors today.
Beauty, quality, great service, and more. Dawkins Overhead Doors.
Welcome back here, folks. Steve Beers, Alan Robertson with you. Monterey inbounding it to start this third quarter play. Godbolt with a steal right off the start. And he pulls it up, gets it to Blackshear, who thought about a three, then decided he'd pull up to the foul line, let one go, front of rim, back of rim, falls for Blackshear. First 2 points to Tascosa. In the corner, Arrington gets it to Galloway. Galloway trying to get Arrington on the cut, can't get it there. Going to drive inside, put it up. Kenny got a hand on it and come down with it. Blackshear to Godbolt. Godbolt's going to stop for a three. Rolls around the rim, won't fall. And Long comes down with it for Monterey. Here comes Smithers with a shot, but Kenny gets his hand on that one. And Galloway gets it underneath to Smithers.
They got the goaltending?
No, they got him for him on a foul. I think you're going to get him after the shot, though. So they're going to get Kenny for a foul on Owens, who had cut to the basket and got a pass from Smithers. And so Kenny picks up his second foul. 40-30, Tascosa leads here early third quarter. Arrington underneath. Trying to find somebody to get it into. Finally gets it all the way back almost to half court to Long. Long dribbling left side, gets it to Arrington. Arrington, top of key, gets Owens in the corner. Owens decides not to shoot it. Back to Arrington. Arrington gets down to the block, step back, jump shot, won't fly. Kenny with the rebound, gets it to Godbolt. Godbolt brings it over the timeline. He gets it to Blackshear. Blackshear to Corpening. Corpening down underneath, trying to get it, can't get it. Got partially blocked by Arrington. Here comes Blackshear back to Godbolt. Godbolt thought about a long three, then changed his mind. Corpening with it now. Going to try to drive, kicks it to Collins on the right wing. Blackshear from a long three from the top of the key, won't go. Smithers with a good rebound for Monterey, getting it up to Arrington. Arrington going to get fouled by Corpening. That's going to be his third. And so that's the first Rebel in real foul trouble. And that's going to put Arrington on the line for two. Made his only other two foul shot attempts.
Great job by Arrington there, forcing the contact. A little bit of leaning in there, but with momentum from Corpening, that's going to be called every time.
Yep. And another foul shot made by Arrington. What Monterey needs is to be able to score when the clock's not moving. They trail by 9 right now. And there's the next one, and it's good as well. So Blackshear gets the inbound pass from Kenny and is going to walk it up the court. Crosses the timeline, and he's picked up by Galloway. Gets it to Collins. Collins trying to drive it and gets it stolen by Galloway. Galloway gets it to Arrington. Arrington trying to stop jump around Corpening, and Kenny on the trail smacks it out of bounds.
Extra effort there. You have to get back on defense.
Kenny with a great hustle play to knock that one out of, or to block that shot.
Story of his career, just extra effort plays, left, right, and center. You need a player like that on your team.
There's Smithers from outside three. He hasn't hit one since the first quarter. Blackshear with it, gets it to Godbolt. Back to Blackshear, top of key. Godbolt trying to drive, gets cut off. Godbolt with the shot, rather. I'm sorry, that was Blackshear. Can't fall. And Smithers with the rebound. Here comes Arrington with it. Arrington looking, trying to dribble across the top of the key, picked up by Corpening. Now he gets it to Smithers. Smithers cross court to Owens. Owens thought about a three, steps inside, back to I believe that's Arrington who won't fall. Rebounded underneath, and then they're going to get a foul. And is that on Kenny? It is.
Yeah.
That's going to be his third.
Gotta be careful. Three quick team fouls for Tascosa to start this third quarter.
Yeah, we still got 5:14 remaining. Tascosa leads 40-32. Remember, at 5, they start shooting 2. Get it underneath to Corpening. Corpening gets fouled Corpening fouls Arrington. Arrington makes it, and that's the 4th on Corpening. So suddenly it's a 6-point game, and Arrington with the opportunity to make it a 5-point game.
I think this Plainsman's team knows how to fight. Arrington stepping up in this spot with Smithers playing in foul trouble.
Comes down short, and Kenny ends up with the rebound, gets it to Godbolt. Godbolt brings it across the timeline, going to try to drive, gets in the lane, puts one up, rolls around, and they cannot find the bottom of the basket. Here's an outlet to Smithers. Smithers gets all the way to the rim, lays it up and in, and suddenly it's a 4-point ball game. And Tascosa cannot seem to find the bottom of the basket. Collins with it in the corner, out to Godbolt, around the key all the way to the side, gets it, trying to get it underneath to Kenny, and it's kicked out of bounds by Monterey. And it'll be Tascosa ball underneath their own basket. 4:36 remaining. Third quarter, 40-36 our score now. So an 8-point lead cut in half. Gilmore in, gets it to Godbolt, top of key to Blacksher. Blacksher going to try to drive, picked up by Galloway, gets it to Collins, back to Blacksher. Smithers on him now, gets by Smithers, trying to get it in the lane, throws it right to Galloway, trying to get it to Kenny, and trying to get it to Arrington, and then Collins tips the save out of bounds as Arrington was trying to save it for Monterey. And Collins got his hand on it, knocked it out of bounds, so Monterey will have it underneath their basket and a chance to cut it to 2 or 1. Get it to Long. Long guttered by Godbolt. Now Long's going to let a 3 go, and Long drains that 3. That's his first points of the night, and a timeout by the Tascosa Rebels. And we'll take a break here. 40-39 our score. We'll be back in just a moment. This is the Texas Panhandle Sports Network coverage of high school basketball.
Beef O'Brady's prides itself on 2 simple ideas.
A place to sit down for some good food.
And a place to catch the game with your friends.
But you know what's even better?
Our daily specials are some of the best in Amarillo.
So the next time the kids are being picky.
You want to catch the game or check out some live music.
Or you're just looking for a great happy hour with friends.
Think Beef O'Brady's.
Plus online ordering and catering available.
Beef O'Brady's, where family time meets game time.
This is Holden at 10. No budget, no spending alerts, no shot. And this is Future Holden. When Holden was 10, Mom signed him up for Amarillo National's Student Visa debit card. That first account helped him learn about money early, smart spending, budgeting, and a cash bonus for good grades.
So, what do we use our cash rewards for?
We took Bella to prom.
It's not too late to get your own student card.
Welcome back here, folks. Steve Beers, Alan Robertson with you. And the Monterey Plainsmen have shown that they have plenty of fight in them as they have cut an 8-point halftime lead to just 1 in less than 4 minutes. Blacksher with the ball for Tascosa. Comes across the timeline, picked up by Galloway. You can see the energy on Monterey defensively now. Gilmore in, gets it to Collins, top of key. Collins around to Blacksher, down to Gilmore in the corner. Gilmore to Kenny. Kenny around to Godbolt to Collins. In the corner to Blacksher. Back around top of key, Gilmore with it. Gilmore picked up by Arrington. Godbolt thought about it, then tried to get an inlet pass to Collins. Gets it to Collins. Collins gets in the lane, kicks it to Blacksher. Didn't take the 3. He had it, chose not to take it. And Godbolt's going to reset the Rebel offense.
Great defense from Monterey.
Gilmore to Blacksher. In the corner, back underneath to Gilmore. Gilmore up and gets it to fall on a nice inlet pass by Blacksher. and finally break the seal on the basket that had been over it for Tascosa. Arrington very quickly gets in the lane, and Kinney got a hand on that, and it wouldn't go. And so Tascosa comes back with it, and Godbolt over to Blacksher, to Kinney, to Gilmore in the corner. Back around to Blacksher in the wing, all the way across court to Godbolt. Kinney now going to try to drive baseline from the right side. Godbolt open, long three. Godbolt getting back on target. He drains that long three, and suddenly it's back to a 6-point game. But here comes Smithers the other way, and Smithers able to go up over Collins and get that to fall. 45-41, 2:20 and counting down here, third quarter.
Almost shaped to the first quarter here. A lot of back and forth between these two.
Godbolt with it picked up by Arrington. Gets it in the corner to Gilmore. Gilmore kicks it to the wing. Back top of key to Kinney. Kinney looking. Trying to get it to Godbolt underneath. Does get it to Godbolt. Godbolt gets it to fall. And so they're getting Ladarius Godbolt back on pace here. Arrington gets it in the corner to Owens. Owens back to Arrington, top of key. Come back this way to Galloway. Picked up by Blacksher. Galloway trying to get around Blacksher. Gets in the lane, gets one to go. Galloway found a way to find his way into the lane and then got it to fall. 47-43, Tascosa with the lead, 1:33 and counting here in the third quarter. And that comfortable 8-point lead at halftime now turned into a 4-point lead. And you can see the energy level in the Plainsmen. Godbolt has it, picked up by Arrington, almost out at the half-court mark. Now Godbolt dribbling. He's trying to get it to Blacksher, and Godbolt is asking Blacksher, what were you thinking? Why were you even moving? You were open. I tried to throw you the ball, and he throws it out of bounds.
Bad miscommunication there. Blacksher looking for the clear out, but just led to the turnover.
Long with it, he's quickly down in the corner to Smithers, and Smithers' three won't fall. Smithers' first three shots were threes, and they found the bottom of the net. He hasn't hit one since. Gilmore with it for Tascosa. That one's tipped away, picked up by Smithers, and he gets it to Long. Long gets it in the corner to Arrington. Three, rattles around, won't go. Smithers with the rebound, can't get it to go. Smithers with another rebound and finally gets it to fall. And another quick timeout with 30 seconds to go. 47-43 to score. We'll be right back in just a moment. This is TPSNsports.com. Coverage of high school basketball.
Found a car I love, so I went ahead and bought it. Ever since I did, people ask me where I got it. Bobby Doobie sold it to me. Bobby Doobie sold it to me. She's cute, but she's a beauty. Bobby Doobie sold it to me. He saved me a lot of money, had a lot for me to choose. If you stop in, you'll be staying in too. Bobby Doobie sold it to me. Bobby Doobie sold it to me. Ooh, she's you, but she's a beauty. Bobby Doobie sold it to me.
Welcome back here, folks. Steve Beers and Alan Robertson from the Tascosa Event Center, Tascosa High School. The Rebs holding on to a 47-43 lead just 30 seconds ago here in the third quarter as the Monterey Plainsmen have come out on fire. Smithers with 6 points here in this quarter. Godbolt has it top of key, gets it to Collins. Collins back to Godbolt, who's going to let a three fly, and Godbolt found the bottom of the net again with his three. He doesn't have the prettiest shot, but it's pretty effective. Long gets it in the lane, gets tipped away, and Godbolt ends up with it. He gets it to Blacksher. Blacksher gets all the way to the rim and can't get it to score at the buzzer. We've come to the end of the third quarter of play. Tascosa 50, Monterey 45. You're listening to the Texas Panhandle Sports Network coverage of high school basketball.
I was involved in a motor vehicle collision. I experienced neck and back pain. The pain was so severe that I had a hard time working. I was referred to McCraw by a family friend. I knew I was in good hands the moment that I spoke with them. I've never felt more taken care of. I got the treatment that I needed and am able to go back to work and pursue my education. And that is all thanks to McCraw Law Group.
If you've been injured in an accident, at the McCraw Law Group, we're here to help. 806-342-5900.
This is Holden at 10. No budget, No spending alerts, no shot. And this is future Holden. When Holden was 10, Mom signed him up for Amarillo National Student Visa Debit Card. That first account helped him learn about money early, smart spending, budgeting, and a cash bonus for good grades.
So, what do we use our cash rewards for?
We took Bella to prom.
It's not too late to get your own student card.
And we're back here, folks. Steve Beers, Alan Robertson, and Mike Roden from Tascosa High, where we have 8 minutes of basketball left, and the number 23 team in the state, Tascosa, in a battle with Monterey. Monterey fighting to maintain that number 4 spot in the district right now, trying to avenging the loss earlier this year to the Rebs. Godbolt from the top of key, 3, and Godbolt nothing but net. I mean, my goodness.
His shot is incredible, man.
In the corner to Arrington. Arrington kicks it top of key to Galloway. Galloway around to Long. Long's going to drive baseline, pull up jumper, and nails it. Long had no points in the first half, got 5 now in the second half. Blackshirt picked up by Galloway, brings it across the timeline. And Blackshirt gets it to Godbolt, who's going to shoot another 3 from the corner, won't go, but Gilmore there, and Gilmore with the rebound and putback.
Great fake there.
Yeah, he faked and got the guy up in the air and then able to put it behind him. Smithers now trying to get a bounce pass in, and Gilmore got his hands on it, and Godbolt came out with it. And here comes the Rebs now with a 8-point lead. And it kind of mirrors what happened in the first half, where the first, where they were just crazy, Monterey. There's Blackshear to the elbow, and Blackshear with a jump shot nails it.
Big one.
And a timeout taken as it's now a 10-point lead. We'll take a break. We'll be back in a moment. This is the Texas Panhandle Sports Network coverage of high school basketball.
We take the stress out of collision repair. Jimmy Fincher Body Shop, the people who care. Make us your very first call. 'Cause at Jimmy Fincher we do it all. We fix it right, guaranteed. We don't cut corners, we do quality. Just as good as new, that's what we do. Jimmy Fincher Body Shop.
57-47 our score here, 6:39 remaining in the ball game. Tascosa had their lead cut to 1. They've expanded it back to 10 now. And they are on defense as Monterey's going to inbound this after the Blackshirt jumper from the elbow. And Long will bring it up the court for the Plainsmen. Gets it to Owens. Owens in the corner to Arrington. Arrington underneath to Smithers. Goes cross court to Long. Godbolt picked him up, but Long's going to step back, try to hit the 3, won't go. And there's Gilmore, who's come in for Corporine and played a pretty good game tonight. As Corporine's on the bench with 4 fouls.
Some big moments from the rotation guys.
And there's Gilmore, gets to the foul line, kooks it across to Collins. Collins trying to get down inside, trying to get the ball across to Blackshirt, gets stolen by Long. And Long got it tipped, so he gets it to Galloway, top of key, wide open 3, won't go. And Kenny comes down with the ball after a tip by Collins. And Godbolt's going to bring it up and come across the timeline and stop.
Take his time.
Picked up by Long. Godbolt going to stop. He thought about a 3 and pulled it back. There goes Gilmore in the lane, and he kept the ball too low, and that's going to result in a jump ball as Galloway got his hands on it, and that's going to favor Monterey. And that's one where you're big, you need to keep that ball up high. He went way too low with it.
That was my first day of practice playing basketball. Keep it up to your chin.
As tall as you are, it should have been.
That's a fact. That is a fact right there.
Smithers in the corner to Harrington. Harrington with a 3 and drills it. And Harrington, we said, needed to step up. He has done exactly that here in the second half, and he had another timeout. And it's just a 30-second timeout. We'll hold it here. So give me your thoughts so far on this third and fourth quarter.
I mean, Monterey has been fighting again. They can fight with the very best of them. They've had some great shooting, some great looks. Smithers had some pretty solid looks, especially in the third quarter. But as he did say, first 3 shots in the game, he hit them nothing but net ever since then. It's been uncharacteristically very quiet from Smithers offensively. Now, granted, in those moments, those great players find other ways to impact the game and find ways to adapt. He's hit some big passes, great stops defensively. You don't have the size advantage on your side here, but in this moment here, you need to see that extra reserve energy and that speed here if they want to get back in this game and make a win and get the win.
57-50, 5:20 remaining here. No fouls so far here in the fourth quarter. Remember, when we get to 5, it's a 2-point shot for both teams, or two shots for both teams. And both coaches were over at the scorer's table talking to one of the officials, so there must have been something that needed to be addressed. Blackshear with the ball, comes across the timeline. Gets it to Gilmore, top of key, back to Blackshear. Blackshear tried to get it to Kenny, couldn't get it there. Goes back around to Collins on the left wing. Blackshear, top of key, picked up by Owens. He's going to back it out, and they're going to try it again, trying to find a way to get the ball to Godbolt. It's probably a pretty good idea. Godbolt on the cut, can't get there. The one-handed pass to Gilmore, who tips it to Collins, who drains a 3, does Collins. And here comes a pass and picked off, but then Galloway gets it back, gets it up to Owens, and Owens puts it in for Monterey. 60-52, 4:36 remaining here. Godbolt with it. He's picked up by Galloway, who's a pretty tenacious defender. Blackshear in the corner for a 3. Front of rim won't go, but guess who's there? Kenny for the rebound and the foul. It's good. And that's going to be a foul on Long. That's just his first. Kenny didn't score in the third quarter, but he 2 there and a chance to make it 3.
Right spot, great position in there. Moments like this, we call the big man the cleanup crew, baby.
It's a one, yeah. So in comes Corporine, and they're going to give Godbolt a little bit of a break.
Necessary one.
Yeah, Corporine with 4 fouls, so he has to be a little careful. Kenny rattles around, won't go. Galloway fights it and comes down with it for Monterey. Here they come the other way, down 10. Smithers pull-up jump shot, and Kenny puts it in the first row. He tried to pull up on the baseline, and Kenny put that thing back near the first row.
That's just big Kenny basketball right there, baby.
And Collins guarding Smithers on the inbound. They get it in the Long. Long looking to Arrington, couldn't get it there. Gilmore. Arrington, top of key, back to Long. Into Carrington in the corner. He's going to let one fly. Hits the front of the rim, won't go. Ball around. They're going to get Collins on the rebound against Smithers. That's not a shooting foul.
A little bit more of a swipe to the wrist there.
They're going to say that he was trying to follow it up and give him a 2-shot foul. And because Coach Jackson was asking exactly what I was kind of wondering. That was on the rebound. And Smithers has found a way to score in every quarter now. And Godbolt okay, you've had enough. Get back ready.
You got time for one drink.
Yeah, one drink, one breath. And Smithers again, and in comes Godbolt, and out goes Gilmore. So basically the starting 5 for both teams back on the court. Blackshear's going to bring it up 62-54, 3-5 and counting. Tascosa with the ball and the lead. Godbolt, and he's going to have it stolen by Galloway. He has been tremendous defensively. Galloway gets in the paint, can't get it to go, loses it. Kenny gets it up to Corporine, gets it to Godbolt. Godbolt in the lane, can't get it to go. Kenny for the follow, can't get it to go. Collins for the rebound, can't get it to go, but it was fouled. And I think that was on Smithers, and that'll be his 4th. Let's see. Oh, no, calling it on Arrington. I think they're calling 2 shots, or they call it on number 1. Number 1's not even on the court. Not sure who that foul was actually on. Collins makes the first foul shot. I guess it was on Owens, they're saying. Second shot by Collins, and he hits both of them. Big foul shots. Going to be important down the stretch. 64-54, 3.5 to go. Monterey trailing with the ball. Long, top of key. Smithers, long three, and Smithers finally found his three after the first quarter.
There it is.
And got to be cautious of that, because if he gets hot, it could be a close game. Godbolt got the ball out near the right side, near the foul line, or the half-court line. Gets it over to Gilmore. Gilmore gets it to Blacksher, almost a double dribble. Blacksher gets it to Gilmore. Gilmore thought about a three, decided against it, and gets in the paint, and Gilmore going up, got it blocked, and then somehow Owens came down with it, gets it to Smithers. Smithers gets it into the front court. He's going to try to drive all the way to the hoop, throws it up, won't go, and they're going to get a foul. That's going to put Smithers on the line, and it looks like they're going to give that to Kenny. That'll be number 4 on Kenny. And 7-point lead with Smithers on the line and a chance to make it a 5-point lead with 2:42 remaining. First one Smithers makes.
Big shots here. And this is where the strategy really comes into play. Multiple guys in foul trouble, especially on Tascosa sides of things. This is a huge 2 minutes.
Smithers the only one with foul trouble on the other side. He's got 3. He made both of those foul shots. Well, here comes Tascosa now the other way, 2:39. Not sure I like the idea of the kind of the 4 corners they were trying to run there.
Yeah.
Blackshirt drives the lane, pulls it back out. Trying to find some place to go with it, gets it to Corporing. Corporing going to drive, kicks it to Godbolt. Godbolt just pushes one up, can't get it to go, but Kenny somehow fights for the rebound, gets it back out to Blackshirt. 2:15. Blackshirt going to get in the paint, throw one up, can't get it to go, and that's going to go out of bounds off of Owens, they say, and it's going to remain Tascosa ball. And Tascosa wanted to make an offensive-defensive substitution with Gilmore, but once they found out it was their ball, they pulled him back. Collins gets the inbound pass. Blackshirt has it. And you can see they are desperately trying to get the ball to Godbolt, but Galloway is smothering him. Blackshirt top of key, or top of the circle, gets in the lane, gets it tapped away. Smithers comes away with it. Here comes Owens for Monterey. Gets it in the corner to Arrington. Arrington for a 3, gets fouled, and that's going to be 5 on Corporing.
Oh, man.
As he went underneath of him on the 3-point shot. So that's going to put Arrington on the line for 3. 64-59, chance to cut this to a 2-point game.
That is the biggest call of the game so far. Of course, when it comes to shooting, you got to let them land. But
yep.
Boy, that is a tough foul if you're Jack Corporing.
Arrington for 3. First one, nothing but net.
And if you're Monterey, this is also what you need. You said it. They've been chipping away in these dead ball situations.
Yeah, score when the clock ain't running. And there's another one by Arrington. That makes it 64-61, 149. A chance to make it 64-62 here for Arrington. And he hits nothing but net on all 3. And suddenly it's a 2-point ball game. And the pressure here really shifts to Tascosa.
Absolutely is.
So Godbolt with the ball. Galloway guarding him. Blackshirt guarded by Long. Blackshirt going to get fouled by Galloway, being a little too aggressive. That's just his first. That will be the 3rd team foul. Both teams with 3 team fouls. So a couple of more, and both of them will be in the shooting 2 phase here. 1:35 remaining. Tascosa hanging on by a thread here, 64-62.
Gotta be careful.
Kenny got it, top of key. Looking to give it to somebody who can dribble. Gets it over to Blackshirt eventually, far side. Now he brings it to the bottom of the circle. Gonna drive right side, gets it underneath to Collins. Collins finds a way to get it to Gilmore in the corner. Gilmore going to be grabbed by, and a timeout taken A timeout taken by Jackson when both players went to the floor and Collins got his hands around the ball. Jackson takes the timeout for Tascosa. 1:13 remaining, 64-62. I need a break, so we'll take one. Panhandle Sports Network coverage of high school basketball.
Sinking driveway? Call Legacy Support Works. Settling patio? Call Legacy Support Works. Uneven pool deck? Call Legacy Support Works. Collapsing stoop? Call Legacy Support Works. Cracking sidewalk? That's right, call Legacy Support Works.
Foundation repair doesn't get better with time. It gets better with Legacy Support Works.
Call Legacy Support Works today.
Welcome back here, folks. Steve Beers, Alan Robertson with you. 1:13 remaining, 64-62. 1:13 to go here. And you know, Monterey's done a really good job, Alan, of making this their kind of game, kind of that frenetic pace kind of game,
Absolutely.
Which is not really what Tascosa wants to play, but they've done a really good job of making it that kind of ball game.
Well, 1,000%. This is the time where the stars need to be the stars. Ball security is the name of the game if you're the Rebels.
They get the ball into Kenny, who gets it right back to Godbolt. Godbolt picked up by Galloway. Galloway with another punch away. The ball goes down, and Godbolt's going to call it, and they're going to call a jump ball as Galloway went down and Godbolt went down, as so did Kenny. They call a jump ball. That favors Tascosa with 1:01, and Godbolt gets up a little gimpy, and they're going to make him leave the game, I think. Well, the official asked him. Well, yeah.
He's about his ankle.
Yep. In checks number 32 for the first time tonight. That's Dansby. And he's got the ball, and he's going to be harassed by Arrington.
Big moments here.
Get it to Blacksher. Blacksher picked up by Long. And Blacksher to Dansby. And Dansby, they're trying to double team him, gets it to Gilmore. Gilmore in the corner to Collins, 35 seconds to go. Tascosa leading by 2, and then a foul, and a smart foul to get the guy that just checked into the ball game for the first time. My guess is they're going to foul again very quickly. Godbolt, it says, I can make it, coach. Though it doesn't exactly look like he's 100%, but
hey, that's just the heart of a competitor.
Yeah, you need his leadership in there. Tascosa with the ball. Get it to Collins. Collins back to Godbolt. Godbolt. And he's going to get fouled by Smithers. That'll be number 4 on Smithers. And that's going to put Godbolt on the line for 2.
And Tascosa in the bonus rest of the way. Granted, 24 seconds left here.
24 seconds, 64-62. Both of these games tonight have been just absolutely outstanding. Godbolt. First foul shot. And he makes it.
Talk about big-time players.
Trying to make it now a 2-possession game, as long as you don't foul them on a 3. Monterey fans trying to create some noise. Godbolt, back of rim, won't go. Galloway with it. He goes to the ground. That's a travel. As he hit the ground, caught the ball, and slid. That's a travel. Galloway got it, but went to the ground and then slid. And an inbound pass to Blacksher, and they're going to foul him, does Long. And that's going to put Blacksher on the line for 2 with 19 seconds remaining, and Tascosa with a 3-point lead.
Student section getting into it, man.
So people say District 3-5A basketball is boring, huh?
I don't want to be around those folks, I'll tell you that.
First one, Blacksher hits it. Big foul shot, that makes it a 2-possession game.
Seeing Dansby coming back in for the Rebels.
Yeah, Godbolt just dealing with a calf strain or something. Here goes Blacksher. Got both of them. 2 big foul shots by the senior. Here comes Long. Brings it down, and Coach Davis says we need to chat about this one. We're going to hold it right here while they talk about this one. All right, last 16 seconds. 5-point lead for the Rebs. What are you saying in both huddles?
I mean, well, on the Tascosa sides of things here, less than 20 seconds. They're gonna want to go for the three. They have the shooters to get it done. Smithers is still out here on the floor. He is in foul trouble, but best believe that ball is going to be in number 24's hands and make something work. You see if he can get this to a 2-point game. Quick shot here. Tascosa's done a great job cutting out second chance opportunities. No fouls. Stay disciplined basketball. If you have to let the quick two go, let it fly, because best case, you're back to the foul line. See if you can still extend this game.
Right, because there's 5. Tascosa still has a foul to give, so they could, if they wanted to, give a foul.
Yes.
Not in the shooting motion,
yes.
obviously. But they could give a foul if they needed to kind of slow down something.
This is the moment where the most disciplined basketball needs to be played here.
67-62. Number 23 team in the state, Tascosa, being pushed by the Monterey Plainsmen, who have fought gallantly tonight and have made this a frenetic kind of game, kind of back and forth and sloppy at times. But the Stars have been the Stars tonight.
Singabo back in the game for Tascosa.
Smithers in to inbound from the half-court bench side. Coach Davis is having a conversation with the official, and I'm not sure what that conversation's about. I think he's saying, hey, Collins is kind of close. Can you back him off? And now there's a question to the scorer.
I don't know if it was a time thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure. 16 seconds to Smithers to inbound it. Gets it into Long in the backcourt. Got to come across, trying to find Smithers. Gets it to Arrington. Arrington's going to drive, kick it in the corner. There's Galloway for a three, and Galloway hits it. It's a 2-point game, and Tascosa doesn't have to do anything. They don't even have to inbound the ball. And Tascosa's going to win this 67-65.
Wow.
Holy cow.
Wow.
No timeouts left to be able to stop the clock. And Tascosa wins this one 67-65. We'll be back in just a moment for the wrap-up. You're listening to Texas Panhandle Sports Network coverage of high school basketball.
Amarillo Diagnostic Clinic Pharmacy makes getting your medications easier than ever with our fast and reliable citywide home delivery service. No matter where your prescription is currently, give us a call at 806-358-0331 and we'll handle everything so you can relax knowing your medications are on their way. We're dedicated to providing exceptional service that fits your busy life. Convenient and reliable. That's Amarillo Diagnostic Clinic Pharmacy.
I found a car I love, so I went ahead and bought it. Ever since I did, people ask me where I got it. Bobby Dubé sold it to me. Bobby Dubé sold it to me. She's used, but she's a beauty. Bobby Dubé sold it to me. He saved me a lot of money, had a lot for me to choose. If you stop in, you'll be saying it too. Bobby Dubé sold it to me. Bobby Dubé sold it to me. Ooh, she's used, but she's a beauty. Bobby Dubé sold it to me.
Sinking driveway? Call Legacy Support Works. Settling patio? Call Legacy Support Works. Uneven pool deck? Call Legacy Support Works. Collapsing stoop? Call Legacy Support Works. Cracking sidewalk? That's right. Call Legacy Support Works.
Foundation repair doesn't get better with time. It gets better with Legacy Support Works.
Call Legacy Support Works today.
Welcome back here, folks. Steve Beers, Alan Robertson with you as the Tascosa Rebels get 2 wins tonight. Neither one of them easy, and the boys' game came down to really the last seconds as Monterey hits a 3-point shot, but they did it with less than 5 seconds to go to cut it to 2. No timeouts left, and Tascosa just let the clock run out, never had to inbound it. Another crazy ending to a ball game.
I've never seen a start to the game with the tip off and the eventual backcourt violation. I've never seen, no hyperbole, I've never seen a finish to a game quite like that. Out of timeouts, Godbolt just sitting there on the inbound, just waiting for the time to run out, as you should, as anybody would in a situation like that.
Yeah, great, smart basketball smarts. Of course, Coach Jackson standing there with his hands up. No, do nothing, right? So the Tascosa Rebels pushed tonight by the Monterey Plainsmen, but they come out of this one a victory tonight, 67-65. Set up a big showdown Friday night over at, I believe that game's at Amarillo High.
Yes.
With the Amarillo High Sandies for really the first place in the district, man, because they each have one loss. So whoever loses that game is going to be kind of really in trouble, to be honest, to win a district championship here.
Definitely. There's still some ball left to be played, but now is where the urgency needs to be at an all-time high across the board, especially when it comes to these contending teams. This doubleheader was incredible. This was probably one of my favorite doubleheaders of the entire season up to this point. So, again, congrats to Tascosa getting it done. Monterey has so much talent, so much fight. Still very excited to see what they're able to do as we're firmly in the home stretch of the season. But right now, if you're a Rebels fan, you're in a really, really great position to get ready for Friday.
Yeah, so the Plainsmen have Friday night off. That's their open week. But then they play Amarillo. And then they've got a big matchup with Lubbock Cooper. If they can win that game over Lubbock Cooper, they really kind of distance themselves and kind of put themselves in a great way to control their own destiny to get into the playoffs. But they still got a PD team they've got to play as well.
Yeah, man.
And so does Tascosa. They still got Lubbock Cooper and they still got PD. In fact, you and I will be on the PD call, I believe, here in a couple of weeks, next week from Friday at Paladuro. So looking forward to that Tascosa matchup with both the boys and girls. But let me run down the scoring, and then we'll get your final thoughts on this, and then we'll get out of here and let people go on about their night. So let's run down the scoring first for the Monterey Plainsmen. Kuntz finished with 3. Owens finished with 4. Long finished with 5. Galloway with 8. Arrington finished with 13. And Smithers finished with 28 points tonight. For the Tascosa Rebels, Corpening fouled out and finished with two points tonight. Blackshear, big free throws late in the game, ends up with 6 points tonight. Gilmore ends up with 7 points tonight, and great time spelling Corcoran really contributed tonight. Kinney, 11 points. Then Collins with 13 points. He also hit some foul shots in the fourth quarter. And then leading the Tascosa scorers tonight, Godbolt finishes with 26 points. So they got the performance they needed from Collins and Godbolt for sure, and Kenny. Kenny was just amazing defensively tonight. So many hustle plays. That guy, like you said, he's kind of the epitome now of the new big man in the way basketball's played today.
He has been one of my favorite players to watch over these past couple of years. Lots of great moments, lots of great plays that you may not see in the box score, but plays that I've said on a number of occasions. Plays that separate good from great and great from championship caliber players as well as teams. Everything is still for the taking for not just Tascosa, but lovely Monterey as well. So, again, you're in a great spot right now, but as a basketball fan, what a night. What an amazing night. Again, props to everybody getting things together here. Boss man over here, Mike Roden on the camera, of course. Stephen Osborne running things back at KG&C, running the board. Props to you, sir. It was an amazing night. And, again, still with a couple of weeks left here before we get ready for the end of the year and get ready for playoffs.
Yeah, the girls got 3 games left, 4 games left, I think. And then Tascosa girls have 4 games left. Boys have 6 games left.
Yep.
So that's what's left, and then the playoffs. But Tascosa setting themselves up well for a great run, both on the boys and girls side of this for this season. So final thoughts before we get out of here.
Props to Tascosa. Great leadership. It starts at the top. Coach Tabor, Coach Jackson. Tremendous preparation getting ready for this game. Props to Lubbock Monterey as well. Good friend of mine, Tyree Tipton, one of the assistant coaches on the boys' sides of things. Shout out to him. Really excited to see what both schools are able to get into and getting ready for this final stretch of the season. But again, you couldn't have asked for a better doubleheader than what we saw tonight.
Well, the Tascosa girls win 51-45. The boys hang on to win 65-63 tonight from Tascosa Event Center tonight. So for Mike Roden, who ran the camera tonight, for my partner, Alan Robertson, I'm Steve Beers. We thank you all for listening. Catch us again Friday night, Tascosa, Amarillo. catch that game. It's going to be nuts there as well.
1,000%.
Yeah. So good luck with that one, and we'll catch you all here in another week or so. Have a great rest of the night and a great rest of the week, and we'll catch you on Friday night.
Know why most shoe stores don't measure your feet? Too much work. Why they don't offer different widths? Too much work. Think that last bridge span is too much work? At a Red Wing shoe store, we know your feet, because Red Wing boots are purpose-built for the exact work you do. When you visit a Red Wing shoe store, making sure our boots fit your feet is never too much work. Red Wing shoes. Work is our work.
Get your